like Carissa Smith. She will smack you for smacking. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Angel and welcome back to my channel. And as you guys can see from the title of this video, we're in for another episode of Car Chronicles. Y'all, I got some unexpected feedback from Car Chronicles last week, like from men, and I was just like, oh. But it's very important for guys to, you know, make sure that their mental health is in check, you know, just like women. Like, because I seen this post where it said like black men, let me see if I can find it. Oh no, it's already off of my story. Like black men suicide rate is like at an all-time high. So black men, all men, we love you, but especially black men, we love you for sure. So yeah, mental health is very important. That's another reason why I started this, like, because a lot of people don't like going to therapy, which I'm not saying I'm a therapist and that I can heal you, or, you know, Car Chronicles can heal you, but I mean, it could be a start. It most definitely, I feel like, could be a start, because it's a start for me. I'm basically like bracing myself to try to just be more open and transparent. These kids is fast. These kids is real fast nowadays. Y'all seen them little kids that just walked by my window? It was 2 boys and a little girl. And they all just went into this little restroom. I'm parked at like a little park. And if y'all could see, look at me being, this ain't got nothing to do with Car Chronicles. But you see him right there? Look at him. Look at them. They all coming out that bathroom. Let me mind my business, because, you know, kids be killing people and stuff nowadays. So let me just mind my little business. But these kids fast. They fast. They real fast. But what was I saying? Y'all got these long nails and I gotta get back readjusted to them, because I'm struggling. But yeah, mental health, I feel like this could definitely be a start. It's definitely a start for me to be able to open up, so that going to therapy will hopefully be a little easier. Look at them all coming. I don't like that type of stuff, right? But yeah, so today for Car Chronicles, what I'm mainly going to be talking about, again, Car Chronicles isn't something where it's just topic based. I just kind of come on and just speak randomly, speak freely about whatever's on my heart, what's on my mind, and stuff like that. And right now, what's been on my mind is just gratefulness. It's just to be grateful for where I am, because sometimes you can catch yourself really complaining about a lot, when in all actuality, like, it could be worse. You could be in a worse situation, or maybe you have once been in a worse situation. So you need to kind of realize, look, I didn't conquer more than what I'm going through right now. So I know I can get past this. That's why I have to keep telling myself, like, well, honestly, where I'm at is kind of like, the things I'm going through is kind of the worst that I've ever gone through, but I know I can get through it. Like, I know I can get through it. But like, sometimes people who have been at like rock bottom, complete rock bottom, and they're going through a hard situation, like, I would say you have to always kind of refer back to them and be like, okay, I'd have been through worse than this. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it hurts. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, whatever the case may be, but I know I done been through worse. So I know I can get through this. It's just going to take some time, some prayer, and the work to get through it, or whatever. And another thing I was thinking about, I was just telling my cousin, is like why I'm big on I want to be grateful, is because the season that I'm in right now, I'm starting, or like I now realize, I don't think I'm focused, because it's focusing on my what's the name, but it's okay. On my steering wheel, it don't really look like I'm that focused, but I want to really be grateful because I'm realizing that the season that I'm in, I prayed for this. And sometimes it gets frustrating because when you pray for something, you have one thing in your head, but God give it to you another way. For instance, I'll give you a real life example. I prayed to God maybe about a year and a half ago. Maybe like right before I moved back to Temple, or around the time I first moved back to Temple, I prayed to God. I was like, God, I just want to be in a position. That's when I was in Forex, really tough. And I was like, God, I know I'm more than just this 9 to 5. Like I just know I could do more than this. Whatever. I was getting paid. I had a great job, but it just wasn't fulfilling me. And I was like, I would pray that I'm like, I pray to be in a position where I could do Forex full time and be I wasn't really into the content creating as much then. I was doing YouTube, but I wasn't into it like I am now. But I was basically just praying like that I would be freed from a 9 to 5 and I would have my freedom to really focus my time onto, things that I love. Okay, hey son. And so I was praying that for a while, and now I'm realizing that I've gotten what I was praying for a year or so ago. But I was failing to realize that because it's not ideally what I was expecting. Like I was expecting to be like, having my businesses going and in my own place in this fancy, this fancy apartment, and being able to, focus on my content and focus on Forex or whatever I had going on, being very comfortable. But see, God gave it to me in a way that I'm uncomfortable, but he still answered my prayer at the end of the day because I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore. I still have income coming in to pay my bills. And I'm able to fully focus. Oh, why do people come pull up next to me? And I'm able to do content full time or Forex full time or whatever I desire full time. But like the downside is like I'm living with my mom. I didn't expect it to look like this, but I have to realize that even though it don't look like what I expected, that doesn't mean that God didn't answer my prayer, because he 100% answered my prayer. It's just sometimes you have to be grateful for him answering the prayer, period, and work in your purpose. Like he answered it, now do the work. Like it might not be in the most ideal situation, the most comfortable situation, but he answered the prayer. So you need to do, he did his part, you need to do your part. So that's why I'm really taking this content creating seriously. That's why I've been staying consistent. I've been putting out 2 videos a week because this is what I pray for. This is what I want to do. So I need to do it. And then sooner or later, it's all a process. I'll be in the position where, okay, I'm gonna move and have my own, my own place again and be able to still content create and, have my freedom and be free of the 9 to 5. So basically I say all that to say, like, sometimes you just have to sit back and reevaluate your situation and the season that you're in, and go back to your prayer books, because I have books that I write my prayers down in, and go back and refer to those books to see, okay, and sometimes you'll realize like, wow, I didn't even realize it, but I'm living in what I prayed for a year ago or 2 years ago or 6 months ago. And I feel like a lot of the times we fail to realize that because it's not exactly how we expected it. But the whole time, God been answered our prayers. And I'm definitely guilty of that, because I'm just like, I be getting so frustrated, like, like it just seemed like stuff not really going right, or not going, not to say it's not going right, but it's not going how I want it to go. But at the end of the day, it's not really what I want. It's what God wants. So I'm glad I'm coming to that realization, because even though YouTube not making me no money, but I love doing it. And I know one day it will. I know one day I'm going to make that bag off of YouTube, period. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about. Just being grateful for where you are and reevaluate your life, because you may be living in your prayer. I'm definitely living in my prayer. I mean, I have more prayers, but the main prayer that I was praying a year or so ago, God answered it, and I thank him. I thank you so much for that, God. Like, and I apologize for not realizing it, you know, sooner than now. But I mean, I'm glad I realized it now. So yeah, y'all take the time and reevaluate y'all situation. Because for one, it could be worse. And for two, you may be living in your prayer. You just don't realize it because it don't look like how you want it to look. You feel me? And that's exactly what was going on with me. But I realize it now. And I'm actually, like, going to take full advantage of it. Like, I pray for this to, like, I'm so blessed to not have to work a 9 to 5. Y'all don't understand. I hated working a 9 to 5. Like, the luxury of having, you know, your time freedom. Oh my gosh, it's like none other. Like, granted, it was much easier being an employee working a 9 to 5, and I ain't got nothing against them because it was a lot easier. But it's just, I love having my time freedom. I love creating content. I love being my own boss, you know. I love it, and I'm grateful for it. I always want to put something in my mouth as soon as when I start talking. That is so rude. Let me not do that, because I know a lot of people hate smacking, like Carissa Smith. She will smack you for smacking. So let me put that down. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for the feedback from the last video, and I look forward to continuing this. Like I said, these aren't going to be very long videos. I'm just going to get on here, say what I gotta say, talk my talk, and hopefully get feedback from you guys and to see how you guys feel and stuff like that. So yeah, y'all, be grateful. I know last week I was just feeling confused. I was angry. I felt lost. And I mean, I still feel lost in some ways. I do. Like, I just don't have no sense of direction on what direction I should go. But I mean, I feel like that's normal. I feel a lot better than I did that day. Like, that day, something was on me. Something was on your girl's back. I was just in the worst mood ever. And it's crazy because, like, my grandpa came to bless my mama's house again. And he was saying how, like, spirits, if you're religious, spiritual, whatever, how spirits of other people can jump onto you and you be in a bad mood because they in a bad mood and stuff like that. So it's like, it's very important to pray once you leave anywhere, once you come in contact with maybe people you don't know or people that you feel like got bad vibes, bad energy, to pray over yourself, you know, that all, you know, cast all those evil spirits back to the pits of hell, back to where they came from, you know, cover yourself. Because I feel like that's what happened to me. I don't know who I came in contact with in Houston. Besides, I know it wasn't Eric or Steven, like, those my niggas. But, like, maybe it was my realtor or one of the apartment guys. Somebody has a bad spirit that got on me. Because I don't never, like, I'm not a morning person, but I don't never wake up how I woke up that day. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I did not feel like myself at all. And I really feel like that's what it was. Because it's like, after I took a break, I took some time and I prayed, I felt better. It was like a release off of me, like something getting up off of me. So y'all better stay prayed up because that stuff is real. Like, I could tell y'all some stories about spirits and demons. I could tell y'all some stories about that. Y'all let me know if y'all want to know them, because I'll tell y'all. And I wasn't too quick to believe it either whenever I was younger, but when you experience it for yourself, you ain't got no choice but to believe it. You ain't got no choice but to believe it. And God put me in a situation where I have no choice but to believe it. He showed me, okay, you ain't gonna believe it. All right, I'll show you it's real. And he showed me it's real. So, but yeah, I don't want to get to rambling too much. Y'all be grateful. Reevaluate. I feel like we should start doing like homework assignments. which I'm not good at that. I know teaching it. But I feel like the homework assignment for this week should be to reevaluate your situation. Go back and read your prayers, or go back and think back on the prayers that you've prayed with the last 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and compare those prayers to now. And look at it from a different perspective. Like, don't look at it how you would want it to be, but get down to the root of the prayer and see if God has answered it or not. Because 9 times out of 10, he probably didn't already answered it, but because it don't look like how we expect it to look, we overlooking it and not realizing it. So I feel like that should be the homework for this week, is to reevaluate, reflect, and be grateful. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. We're on the road to 1K. Once we get there, there will be a big giveaway. And I'll see y'all in the next episode of Chronicles. Bye.